Chosen one. Yes, I am speaking directly to you. Stop everything you're doing and listen, because Allah has guided you to this exact moment for a reason that only He knows. You may feel unseen, unrecognized, or even forgotten by the world, but Allah sees every tear you've shed in silence, every trial you've endured alone, and every moment your heart stayed steadfast when everything around you was crumbling. The struggles you think have broken you were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to awaken the power, the patience, and the divine purpose that only a chosen soul can carry. Tonight, before tomorrow morning rises, Allah wants this message to reach you. He wants you to remember that your journey is sacred, your trials are intentional, and your light cannot be dimmed by anyone or anything in this world. What you are about to hear is not ordinary advice. It is a revelation meant to remind you of who you truly are, why you are here, and what Allah has written for you in ways that the world cannot comprehend. If your heart is open and your spirit is ready, listen carefully, because these lessons will ignite your faith, awaken your purpose, and prepare you for the extraordinary destiny Allah has reserved exclusively for His chosen ones. Chosen one. Every hardship you have faced, every heartbreak that left your soul trembling, every betrayal that made you question the world, and every moment you felt utterly alone was never meant to break you. Rather, it was a divine instrument of preparation, designed by Allah to mold you into the person only He knows you are destined to become. Every tear that fell in silence, every prayer whispered in the dead of night, every sleepless moment where your heart felt heavy with confusion and fear, was witnessed by the one who never sleeps, the one who never forgets, and the one who has already written your victory in the heavens. Do not underestimate the significance of your suffering, for it is in the furnace of trials that patience is forged, resilience is strengthened, and faith is purified. The moments you thought were too much, the storms that seemed endless, and the challenges that left you gasping for breath were all intentional, meant to awaken a depth of courage, trust, and reliance upon Allah that could never be reached through ease or comfort. The world may have tried to define your worth, to limit your potential, and to convince you that you were not enough. But Allah saw beyond the surface. He saw your struggle, your endurance, and your unwavering hope. And He said, "This one will rise higher than they can imagine." Every closed door, every delay, every moment of waiting was not a punishment, but a step in the divine design that is preparing you for blessings that will overwhelm your mind and heart. Blessings that are perfectly aligned with your purpose, and blessings that are so immense that the world could never recognize them in its fleeting understanding. Remember, chosen soul, that the hands of Allah that placed the trials in your path are the same hands that are holding your destiny, protecting your provisions, and orchestrating your triumphs before they even unfold. What seemed unbearable, what seemed unfair, and what seemed endless was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken the greatness that only a chosen one carries, the strength that only divine preparation can give, and the victory that only Allah's chosen can fully embrace. Stand firm, trust the process, and know that every trial was a seed, and every seed is about to grow into the divine harvest of your destiny. Chosen one, there is a sacred compass within your heart, a divine signal that has been placed there by Allah Himself, which knows the truth of your existence even when the entire world denies it, even when voices rise against you, even when circumstances seem to whisper that you are lost, misguided, or alone. Your heart sees what the eyes cannot, hears what the ears cannot, and feels what the world's understanding could never comprehend, because it is directly connected to the one who is all-knowing, all-wise, and all-seeing. When everyone around you questions your choices, criticizes your path, or ridicules your faith, know that your heart has already received the guidance that the world has yet to recognize. It whispers to you in moments of solitude, reminding you of your purpose, affirming the righteousness of your actions, and reassuring you that you are walking exactly where Allah intended. There will be times when reality contradicts the clarity of your soul, when doubt floods your mind, when the opinions of others threaten to shake your conviction, but the heart of a chosen one is a sanctuary that cannot be infiltrated by the chaos of the world. Allah has imbued it with wisdom, discernment, and spiritual insight that surpasses human perception, allowing you to see beyond illusions, recognize hidden intentions, and remain steadfast when the tides of denial rise all around you. Trust it. Trust the quiet nudges, the subtle warnings, the deep knowing that resides within your chest, for it is the voice of Allah speaking through you, guiding you to what is true, just, and destined for your soul. Even when the world denies the light you carry, even when critics call you naive or misguided, even when your efforts appear to go unnoticed, your heart knows the reality of your journey, the depth of your purpose, and the greatness that has been reserved exclusively for you. Do not seek the validation of those who cannot perceive your path. Seek only the approval of Allah, for He alone comprehends the unseen, He alone nurtures the hidden, and He alone recognizes the divine spark that burns within you. In every moment of confusion, every challenge that seems insurmountable, and every opposition you face, remember that your heart carries the truth that no worldly voice can erase, that no deception can distort, and that no delay can diminish. Stand firm in your knowing, for it is a beacon guiding you toward your destined elevation, and it will never fail, because it is not of the world, it is of Allah. Chosen one, listen carefully, for what has been taken from you, whether it was a relationship, a dream, an opportunity, or even a comfort you held dear, was never a loss in the eyes of Allah. It was a deliberate, divine setup, designed to elevate you beyond what your limited vision could ever imagine. Every door that closed, every promise that seemed broken, every person who left your life, and every plan that fell apart was orchestrated by the most merciful, most wise, to make space for blessings that are far greater than what you could have ever held in your hands or comprehended with your mind. The pain you felt when the world removed what you cherished was not punishment, it was a preparation, a divine reshaping of your life's canvas, where the colors of destiny are yet to be painted in ways that will astonish both you and those who doubted you. Know this: what was meant to derail you was actually a protection, what was meant to harm you was actually a gift, and what was meant to break you was actually a step in your elevation. The sadness you endured, the tears you shed, and the emptiness you felt were all measured, timed, and placed with perfection by Allah, to stretch your faith, refine your patience, and awaken a depth of spiritual maturity that only His chosen ones are prepared to reach. The things the world has taken from you were never yours to keep in permanence. They were temporary placeholders that allowed Allah to prepare something so immense, so aligned with your true purpose, and so divinely perfect, that the loss you once feared will be forgotten in the awe of your destiny. You may not see it now, chosen one, but in every void, there is a hidden gift. In every delay, there is a quiet blessing. In every ending, there is a beginning orchestrated by the one who knows what no one else can see. Stand firm in this truth, hold your heart steady in patience, and trust that every absence in your life is a divine preparation for elevation, because Allah does not remove what is insignificant, He does not close doors without purpose, and He does not test His chosen ones without intending a glory that will surpass anything the world could ever offer. What was taken from you is not the end of your story, it is the prologue to a chapter so magnificent that it will leave both heaven and earth in awe, and your soul will finally see that every loss, every heartbreak, and every disappointment was a precise, sacred step in the journey Allah has written just for you. Chosen one, listen carefully, for this truth is not just comforting, it is transformative. Everything that Allah has destined for you, whether it is your provision, your relationships, your opportunities, or even the unfolding of your very purpose, is under His absolute protection, guarded by His wisdom, His mercy, and His unmatched power. And no person, no circumstance, no act of envy, betrayal, or misfortune can ever reach it before the time He has ordained. The moments when life seemed unfair, when doors that you desperately hoped would open remained shut, when people left you, opportunities slipped through your hands, or recognition came to others before it came to you, were never signs of loss, weakness, or failure. They were divine shields placed by Allah to protect you from harm, from what could have been premature, imperfect, or detrimental to your spiritual growth and your ultimate destiny. Every delay, every closed path, every unfulfilled expectation, and every situation that made you question your worth was meticulously orchestrated to preserve what is rightfully yours until the exact moment of manifestation, when it would arrive in a form so perfect, so complete, and so aligned with your purpose that it would exceed even the desires of your heart and the imaginations of your mind. Understand this, chosen one. What others may have tried to take from you, the people who envied you, the voices that tried to diminish you, and the challenges that seemed overwhelming were all pieces in Allah's divine protection. He moved the world to secure your blessings, even when you could not see it, even when your heart ached with longing, even when your soul trembled with doubt. The trials you faced, the setbacks that seemed cruel, and the pain that cut deep were never random. They were divine interventions, preventing harm, preserving your dignity, and ensuring that nothing entered your life before it was perfectly timed and spiritually aligned. Allah, in His infinite knowledge, knows what you can handle, what will benefit your soul, and what will elevate your status in ways the world cannot comprehend, and He alone determines when and how every blessing reaches you. Chosen one, the relationships that drifted away, the opportunities that vanished, the doors that seemed permanently closed, they were never truly gone. They were being safeguarded, held carefully by the one who never errs, never delays without reason, and never allows what is meant for you to be diminished. Every moment of waiting, every silence from the heavens, every delay in what you hoped would arrive, is a sign of His protection, a divine pause, a sacred measure of patience that is building your character, refining your faith, and preparing you to receive what is yours in its full, perfect glory. Do not despair when you cannot see the outcome. Do not let the envy of others shake your heart, and do not let the temporary absence of what is promised disturb your faith. For nothing can reach you before its time, nothing can harm you if Allah intends otherwise, and nothing can be stolen from you if it is truly yours. Trust in His timing, chosen one, and recognize the wisdom behind every unseen hand. Every circumstance that seemed against you, and every delay that tested your patience. For what He protects is eternal, what He secures is flawless, and what He has written for you is unstoppable. Every element of your life, your provision, your relationships, your opportunities, your purpose, and even the unseen threads of your destiny is carefully guarded, measured, and nurtured by Allah Himself. He is orchestrating every moment, every event, and every encounter to ensure that when your blessings arrive, they do so in their fullest form, in perfect alignment with your purpose, and in a manner that will reveal the greatness of His mercy, wisdom, and divine protection. So hold your heart in patience, strengthen your faith, and walk forward with certainty, chosen one, knowing that what Allah has written for you cannot be stolen, delayed beyond His plan, or diminished by anyone in this world. Trust in His protection, embrace His timing, and rest assured that everything meant for you is safe, secure, and waiting for the perfect moment to manifest. For the one who controls the heavens and the earth is guarding your life, your soul, and your destiny, and nothing that belongs to you will ever be lost. Chosen one, understand this truth. The light that Allah has placed within you, that divine spark of faith, purpose, and guidance, is eternal, unshakable, and cannot be dimmed by the words, actions, or intentions of anyone else in this world. There will always be people who attempt to overshadow you, to cast doubt on your purpose, to question your worth, or to diminish the glow of the divine fire that Allah has kindled in your soul. But know this, their darkness, their envy, and their attempts to control or suppress you are powerless against the light that was granted to you directly from the Most Merciful. When others try to belittle your achievements, mock your faith, or criticize the path Allah has chosen for you, remember that their eyes cannot see what Allah sees, their understanding is limited, and their judgments are meaningless before the one who knows your heart, your intentions, and the unseen reality of your journey. Your light exists not for the approval of the world, not for the validation of those who misunderstand you, and not for the recognition of people who fail to perceive your true worth. It exists as a reflection of Allah's power, mercy, and guidance, as a beacon for those who are lost, a source of inspiration for those who doubt, and a shield for your own soul in times of trial. Every insult hurled at you, every act of envy, every whisper of negativity, and every attempt to silence you is a testimony of your luminosity. They fear what you carry, not because you are arrogant, but because Allah has empowered you with a radiance that exposes the darkness of this world, a brilliance that illuminates the path for others, and a strength that cannot be hidden or diminished by human hands. Understand that your challenges, opposition, and critics are not barriers to your light. They are proof of it. The fire within you is fueled by Allah's wisdom and protection, and no act of malice can extinguish it. Stand firm in your radiance, for it is a source of guidance for the Ummah, a reflection of divine energy, and a reminder to the world that what Allah blesses cannot be denied. When you face rejection, envy, or hostility, let it remind you that your light is visible, your presence is powerful, and your soul is aligned with divine purpose. The more the world resists, the brighter your light shines, because the chosen ones are never meant to blend into the darkness of mediocrity. The chosen ones are meant to illuminate, to lead, and to inspire in ways that are incomprehensible to those around them. Your light is a protection, a beacon, and a sign of Allah's favor. It is tied directly to your faith, your sincerity, and your unwavering reliance on Him. Let no one's disbelief shake your confidence. Let no one's envy dim your brilliance, and let no one's opposition make you doubt your purpose. For the light that Allah has placed within you cannot be hidden, cannot be stolen, and cannot be diminished. It is eternal, it is sacred, and it is unstoppable. Chosen one, even in moments of isolation, when the world seems blind to your worth, when people fail to acknowledge your contributions, and when darkness surrounds you, remember that your light shines in ways that only Allah fully understands, and that every act of patience, every prayer, every righteous deed, and every intention rooted in His guidance strengthens it further. No one can snuff it out, no force can overpower it, and no circumstance can undermine it, for it is not of this world, it is of Allah. Your light is your armor, your strength, and your legacy. It carries the weight of your destiny, illuminates the path for generations, and radiates the power of divine blessing. Stand tall, walk confidently, and shine unapologetically, for you are chosen, your light is sacred, and nothing in this world, whether human or circumstance, can ever dim the brilliance that Allah has placed within you. Chosen one, hear this truth and let it settle deep within your heart. The journey you are on, the path that Allah has carved exclusively for you, is unlike any other, and it is not meant to be fully understood, shared, or accompanied by the majority of the world. There will be moments when the people you once trusted will drift away, when companions will misunderstand your purpose, and when even those you love the most cannot walk alongside you in the direction Allah has set for your soul. This solitude is not a punishment, nor is it a reflection of your inadequacy. It is a divine gift, a sacred space created by Allah to purify your intentions, strengthen your resolve, and connect you directly to Him without distraction, compromise, or interference from the limited understanding of others. The silence you feel, the loneliness that weighs on your shoulders, and the absence of validation from the world are all elements of a divine workshop, a place where your character, faith, and spiritual clarity are refined to perfection. In this solitude, your prayers resonate more deeply, your reliance on Allah grows stronger, and your heart learns to hear the subtle whispers of guidance that only those walking the chosen path can perceive. The chosen ones are not meant to seek approval from the crowd, nor to bend their journey to accommodate the expectations of others. Instead, they are tasked with a sacred responsibility to trust Allah completely, to navigate the unseen, and to embrace a destiny that is far beyond ordinary perception. Every closed door, every misunderstanding, and every moment of apparent isolation is a reminder that Allah is walking with you, protecting you, and guiding you in ways that cannot be replicated, explained, or even witnessed by those around you. The world may see struggle, they may see separation, they may even see failure, but Allah sees the preparation, the refinement, and the quiet victories that no human eye can witness. Your solitude is the anvil upon which your faith is hammered into resilience, your patience is tested and perfected, and your soul is readied to carry the weight of responsibilities that ordinary hearts cannot bear. Chosen one, do not be disheartened when you feel the world is against you, when no one comprehends your purpose, or when your efforts seem invisible. The moments of walking alone are the moments where Allah speaks most clearly, where the unseen threads of your destiny are woven, and where the light of your soul is strengthened to withstand every trial. Know that every step taken in isolation is a step in alignment with divine will. Every silent prayer is a key unlocking doors yet unseen, and every act of perseverance is a testament to the chosen nature of your path. The people who leave, the distractions that fade, and the misunderstandings that arise are not losses, they are protective measures, designed by Allah to ensure that nothing hinders the clarity, purity, and ultimate fulfillment of your journey. Walking alone is not weakness, it is a privilege, a sign of elevation, and a reflection of the sacred trust Allah has placed upon your soul. While others may stumble, follow crowds, or seek validation, you are being prepared to stand alone in authority, wisdom, and divine clarity, to make decisions, lead, and manifest a destiny that only a chosen one can achieve. Every hardship encountered in solitude strengthens your heart, sharpens your mind, and solidifies your connection to Allah, for the path of a chosen one is one where reliance is placed entirely on the Creator, not on fleeting human understanding. It is a path where patience is tested, where vision is purified, and where faith becomes unshakable. Chosen one, embrace this solitude as a sacred companion. Trust that every step you take alone is guided by Allah, and recognize that walking apart from the world is not a curse, it is a blessing, a sign of your elevation, and proof that you are being prepared for a destiny so immense that it can only be walked by those who are chosen, steadfast, and intimately connected to the one who never errs. The path may be lonely, the weight may be heavy, and the nights may feel endless. But know this, every step taken in obedience, every moment of patience, and every act of trust in Allah's plan strengthens you, elevates you, and brings you closer to a purpose that is eternal, unmatched, and divinely unparalleled. Your journey is yours alone, chosen one, and that alone is the mark of the greatness, responsibility, and honor that Allah has placed upon your soul. Chosen one, hear this, and let it penetrate the depths of your soul. Everything you have endured, every tear you have shed, every moment of confusion, delay, and struggle has been preparing you for a destiny so magnificent, so profound, and so divinely orchestrated that the mind of man cannot conceive it, the heart of the world cannot comprehend it, and even the whispers of envy and doubt cannot diminish it. Your life has never been random, your trials have never been meaningless, and the obstacles placed before you were never meant to deter you. They were meant to elevate you, to refine your patience, to deepen your faith, and to align your soul with a purpose that is extraordinary, eternal, and uniquely yours. The victories that await you, the blessings that are reserved exclusively for you, and the recognition that will finally meet your unwavering devotion are all written by the Most High, who knows the unseen, orchestrates the cosmos with perfection, and has counted every moment of your endurance as a seed of unimaginable triumph. Chosen one, the world may attempt to define success in fleeting measures. They may measure worth through status, wealth, or temporary recognition. But Allah sees far beyond this. He sees the eternal impact of your presence, the spiritual elevation your actions carry, and the legacy of your choices that will reverberate through generations. Everything that has been delayed, everything that has been withheld, and everything that has seemed impossible has been part of a divine calibration, ensuring that when your destiny arrives, it will surpass all understanding, overwhelm expectations, and manifest in ways that both astonish and inspire. The doors that were once closed, the opportunities that seemed lost, the relationships that drifted away, and the dreams that were deferred were never denials, they were preparations. They were the divine scaffolding on which your ultimate elevation was being constructed. Brick by brick, trial by trial, tear by tear, prayer by prayer. Do not be discouraged by what has not yet arrived. Do not be disheartened by the seeming silence of the heavens, and do not let temporary setbacks shake your faith, for what Allah has written for you cannot be delayed beyond His perfect timing, cannot be diminished by human action, and cannot be undermined by envy or opposition. The weight of your destiny is being measured with precision, the scale of your impact is being balanced with divine wisdom, and the alignment of every step you have taken is being confirmed by the one who knows what is best for your soul, your faith, and your purpose. Chosen one, the greatness that awaits you will not only fulfill your own heart and elevate your station in this world and the next, but it will serve as a beacon for those who follow, a source of inspiration for the lost, and a living testament to Allah's power, mercy, and divine planning. The people who doubted you, the voices that criticized you, and the trials that once seemed unbearable will all pale in the presence of the glory that Allah has prepared for you, and every hardship you endured will be transformed into testimony. Every moment of patience will shine as proof of faith, and every act of reliance upon Allah will become a cornerstone of your destiny. Your path has been sacred, your steps have been guided, and your journey has been measured with a precision that only the Creator can command. Chosen one, understand this. Nothing you have faced has been in vain, nothing you have endured has been wasted, and nothing you are about to receive can be comprehended by ordinary minds, for your destiny will surpass all understanding, exceed all expectations, and unfold in a manner that is perfectly orchestrated by Allah, the one who holds the heavens, the earth, and every secret within them. Stand firm in patience, trust the process, and embrace the certainty that your destiny, though unseen now, is being written with divine precision, and it will arrive in a way that will astonish, inspire, and glorify the one who has chosen you, protected you, and prepared you for a purpose far greater than anything the world could ever imagine. Your life, your journey, and your impact are not just for the present moment. They are eternal, they are monumental, and they are divinely aligned. And when Allah decides the time is right, everything will come together in a reality so magnificent, so awe-inspiring, and so perfect that it will forever bear the unmistakable signature of His mercy, wisdom, and divine planning for His chosen one, you. Chosen one, now that you have heard these 7 divine lessons, take a moment and let them sink into your heart. Every trial, every moment of doubt, every delay, and every challenge was never wasted. It was a part of the sacred preparation that only Allah could orchestrate for you. Your journey is not ordinary, your path is not random, and your light is not something that the world can dim. Allah has seen every tear, every silent prayer, every act of patience, and every moment you stayed steadfast when the world seemed to turn against you. He has protected you, guided you, and prepared you for a destiny that surpasses all understanding. Do not measure your progress by the eyes of the world. Do not seek validation from those who cannot perceive your purpose, and do not let the temporary setbacks make you question your path. Stand firm, remain patient, and trust that everything you have endured has been building you, shaping you, and preparing you for the glory, elevation, and impact that only His chosen ones receive. Remember this: your light is sacred, your heart knows the truth, your trials are intentional, and your destiny is divine. Share this message with those who need it, Reflect on it deeply and carry it with you as a shield, a compass, and a reminder that Allah is with you every step of the way. Chosen one, rise in faith, walk in purpose, and embrace the truth that the world cannot take away what Allah has written for you. Your journey is eternal, your path is blessed, and your destiny is unstoppable because you are His chosen, and He will never let His chosen ones be forgotten, forsaken, or left behind. Subhanallah, hold this truth in your heart, let it guide your steps, and watch as the divine plan unfolds in ways more beautiful, more powerful, and more miraculous than you could ever imagine.